Welcome guys, welcome back to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing you the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. As always, my name is Blake and I'm a real life dispatcher trying to bring y'all the a little more realism to your sim experience, or to your the sim stream world through my 12 years of aviation experience and many hours of jump seating in this very airplane. Today we have a special announcement that I'll make it once we get airborne. Some exciting news for the channel and for flight sim in general. So let's just go ahead and jump into the cockpit. We'll get everything rolling pretty quick. We'll roll through everything, and once we're airborne, start looking at the chat and hang out with you guys. So we already got the airplane fired up. Not totally cold and dark, just to try to expedite things a little bit. So as always, we'll start with ADIRS 1, ADIRS 2, 3, cruise supply, ground control, CVR test, nav light, seatbelt signs stay off until we're done fueling. On the lights, it's a little bit warm in Fort Lauderdale. It's around 70 degrees tonight, nice and dry. From here, we'll jump down to the McDo, ATSU, AOC menu, Annette, and clear out that. Got Lauderdale going to Orlando as Spirit Wing 669. Estimated time en route is going to be 40 minutes. Let's see, let's go ahead and get our passengers boarding. And we'll get some fuel on the airplane. Back down to the ATSU. Let's get an Addons from Lauderdale. Shoot that off. And then we'll start our diff strip flow. Does it every time. Alright, so status, our nav database is current. Net. Lauderdale, Orlando. They are carrying Tampa as an alternate. Flight number 669. Spirit Wings is the call sign. Cost index 30, and we're going to go up to actually 24,000 feet. And I believe it's a little bit warmer than that. Minus 17. Which is on our sim brief. I wonder if this thing has a tropo. Don't see one right off the bat. Oh well. Let's see. So from here, flight plan, Lauderdale, departure off of 10 right. We are going to be on the vacay 1. WAPOM transition. From there to Orlando, arrival 17 left. On the rides 1. And for the transition, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Keiki. Let's see. Yeah, so Keiki is the closest one. I don't want to go all the way up to Banya or Bosch, so we'll just come out to Keiki. And again, the transition is WAPOM. And it might have put WAPOM in there twice, just from knowing the sim and its wonkiness. Yeah, so we got it in there twice. I'm gonna do clear this one out, clear that out. This would be vectors. We're just going to take it out though, because we're not flying VATSIM tonight. Jim, what's up, buddy? Thank you for postponing your sleep just to come hang out real quick. We're going to make a little special announcement once we get off the ground. So everything else looks good. I don't think these flap points in the McDo are realistic. I've never seen that in the real airplane. See, Secondary flight plan we can't use. RadNav, we're going to do Lauderdale in the first one, and then Orlando in the second. That's good. Tab over. Should be done boarding by now. Let's just check to confirm. AOC, weight and balance. It is. Let's print out our Addons. Tab over. Zero fuel weight's 133.2, CG of 24.8. Our planned zero fuel weight is 140. So cool, that'll work. We would have to contact dispatch in real life and get them to reset our zero fuel weight. It exceeds the limitations for us to get our numbers. So our fuel is going to be 11. It's probably got 11.7 on board. Yeah, do 11.7. We don't usually mess with the numbers, but let's tinker around with these fuel numbers and just see what ends up happening. Do 200 pounds on the taxi out. Zero that out. Our alternate burn is 2.7. Our final time would be, if I know this correctly, would be our reserve of 45 minutes, which gives us a fuel of 3.1. Min destination 4.6, based off of my company's fuel policy. Says our trip fuel is 2.6, but SimBrief shows trip fuel as 3.7, so that's almost 1,000 pounds more. We'll try it, see what it does. Perf. Let's go flaps 1, flex up 47. Wrong. Flaps 1 there. And then also, new company policy that we have is now our pilots do have to put in the trim. So this one would be, I believe, up. Talking about 0.4, something like that. Aero data, the pilots would typically put in the runway conditions, and the performance numbers will come back and tell them what this setting is. Sweet. Alright, those are in. Transition altitude's in there. Acceleration, climb altitude, thrust reduction altitude is 1520, and engine out is 1500. Sweet. Flight directors are on. Constraints come on. The altimeter is 3003. Winds are 138, 10 statute miles, few at 11,000, overcast 19,000, temperatures 21, dew point 12. Ooh, real nice dry night in Lauderdale. You don't typically see a spread that far. Arrival expect ILS 10 left, departing runways 10 right. Cool. We are planning for 10 right. Numbers birds in the vicinity. Info Delta. Sweet. 3003 in there. Now, one thing that I hope y'all notice compared to past streams is just how smooth a lot of this is running. Shout out to Jetline Systems, specifically Tony at Jetline. Had my computer built by them about 1.5 years ago, and been having a lot of issues getting good frame rates on my streams. Hell, good frame rates in general. And spent about 2 hours on the phone today with Tony. He pulled up a little program where he could see my computer and help me control things. We ran some tests. We did a whole bunch of troubleshooting for a solid 2 hours. And thanks to him, we got it figured out. And now, hopefully, we'll have a smooth stream with good frame rates. So shout out to Tony at Jetline Systems. If y'all need a computer for flight sim built, Jetline is the way to go. I proudly put their logo on my stream thumbnails for a reason. So McDo and the FCU is set up. The fuel is done. So we can turn on the seatbelt sign. Fuel pumps can come on, and we'll start up the APU and start getting everything pulled away from the airplane and be ready to go and have ourselves a little a little announcement. It's looking good. Cool. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. It is cold and wet here in Orlando. I think it's roughly 70 degrees in Lauderdale, and here in Orlando it is about 50, maybe less than that. I'm gonna take a look because I'm curious. Yeah, so Lauderdale is 69 degrees, and Orlando is 50. It's a big temperature spread. All right. Drinking some ranch water seltzer. It's not the best, in all honesty. It's got a jalapeno flavor, so there's a nice little burn when you go to swallow it. All right, APU is available. We'll go ahead and disconnect ground power, turn on the bleed. Run 3-minute timer for the warm-up, and we'll start getting everything else pulled away. Igor, I am flying Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are headed over from Fort Lauderdale up to Orlando. Unfortunately, I am not flying on multiplayer tonight. Tonight is a bare basic stream, solely just to give myself a little time to make an announcement for my channel. That's kind of what this stream is geared towards, is so that I can let my viewers know some plans that I've got coming up for the channel. So I'm sorry tonight I'm not flying on multiplayer or on VATSIM. Otherwise, you could absolutely come fly with me. Alright, so these guys are finishing up.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
I'll let those guys get hooked up, and we'll go through a departure brief right quick. Alright, so this is going to be a right seat takeoff. It's an aircraft 320neo for tail strike avoidance. No MELs or CDLs that affect the performance of the aircraft. For our taxi route tonight, we're going to push out, take Tango 8 to Hotel 5, Juliet 1 short of 10 right. We'll be taking off of runway 10 right. No terrain and weather's no factor. There are no hot spots or runways to cross.
You may lift.
If we have any issues before V1, it'll be my decision to reject the takeoff. We'll set the parking brake, call the flight attendant to the station, analyze the situation, call for ECAM actions, or the emergency evacuation checklist if required. After V1, we're going to go flying. We'll fly the engine out procedure, which tonight is just going to be takeoff, and we'll swing around and come back since we have no ATC to help us out. We'll speed up, clean up. Our engine out is 1,500 feet. Our takeoff weight is 151.1. Max landing weight in the 320neo is 145.5. So we are going to be above the max landing weight if we have to return. And if we come back, we'll just put it on 10 left since it's the longest runway. If all goes to plan, we're going to fly the SID as planned. It's going to be the where'd it go? It's going to be the Vacay 1. Our top altitude is assigned by ATC. We're going to do 5,000 feet tonight, and we're going to squawk 2,000. And our departure brief is complete. So now we are ready to go. If I can get this. Oh my God. Jeez. Everything in life's got to be hard. Alright, that's good there. Got our 3-minute warm up. Sweet. Alright, before start checklist. Maintenance log and tails, onboard check, copper prep is complete. Gear pins, covers removed, signs are on auto, ADIRS, nav, fuel. We've got 12.7 on board, and 10.2 is our required fuel. Altimeters, 3003 set. EFB's check, windows, doors, and slides. Closed and on, beacons on, thrust levers idle, parking brake is on, transponder is auto. Before start checklist is complete. Alright.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Alright, now we're pushing. Let's run the timer for our block. We got more than 25 psi on the left bleed, so we are good to start number 1. I don't know if that's bleed or what that valve's called. HP valve? Can't remember.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting
Alright,
for the
because it's
visual.
such a short
Thank you and
taxi, we are going
goodbye.
to start both. We have a good start on number 1. Let's roll number 2. Oh my god, this thing pisses me off. Your little wing lights on so y'all can maybe see a little bit more. Alright, that's a good start on number 2. After start flow, engine mode set to normal. On the spoilers, reset rudder trim, flaps 1 for takeoff with trim. TCA TA. It's 2-engine taxi, so we can kill the APU. After start checklist, engine anti-ice is off, yellow electric pump is off, and rudder trim is 0. After start checklist complete. Alright, this time we would typically call for taxi, but we're not flying bat sim in the night, so we'll just taxi at our leisure. Alright, mini brief. Takeoff runway is going to be 10 right. Our gross weight is 144.9, so we're well below our planned takeoff weight. Fuel on board is 11.6. Flap config is 1 plus F. V speeds got 132 and 137. Oh, actually, you know what, guys? Stand by. Forgot to change this earlier from my last test flight. I was wondering why I wasn't turning so the way I was supposed to. Sweet. Alright, we'll just wait here. So V speeds, we got 132, 137, flex is 47. Initial altitude is 5,000 feet. It's going to be a standard transition, and our first fix is elbow. Mini brief is complete. Next will be the flight controls check. Once we get where we're supposed to be. It's hard to see, we're getting some raindrops. Once we turn here, we'll do our flight controls check, and then our before takeoff flow and before takeoff checklist. Now, usually we would be, looking to our left, looking to our right, making sure everything's clear. We're not on VATSIM in the night, so that we can not be interrupted during a little announcement later on. Alright, so flight controls check. We got full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder disconnect. Got full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls checks complete. That was supposed to already be on. Turned it on a while ago. Boom. Boom. And boom.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Alright. Before takeoff checklist to the line. Gross weight comparisons complete. Pitch trims 24.8% CG set. V1 VR V2 flex. 132, 133, 137 flex. 47 flaps. Config 1 plus F. Flight instruments checked. Flight controls checked. ECMO takeoff all green. ECM status checked. Predictive wind shears on auto. TCAS code set TARA. Cabin crew has been advised. Mini briefs complete. Before takeoff checklist to the line. Complete. Alright, let's go ahead and do our below the line. Before takeoff checklist below the line. Takeoff runway 10 right is confirmed, as y'all can see outside on the little signs. Fuel, let's see, 10.2 is required, and we've got 11.6 on board. Engine mode selector is normal. Bleed packs are set. Before takeoff checklist below the line is complete. Alright guys, if y'all are ready, I'm ready. Runway heading is 096. Alright, here we go. Looking for symmetrical thrust. We got it. Man, flex, SRS runway, auto thrust blue. Hey, nice start set. There's V1. Rotate. We got positive brake.
What
1520 is our acceleration altitude. I don't know why that read out 1,000. And there's acceleration altitude. We're going to nose down, accelerate. Our positive trim on the airspeed. Climb, power thrust, climb, climb. This speed will go flaps up. After takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps retracted, lead packs are set, APU is off. After takeoff checklist is complete. Insane Chicken 98. I like the I like your name. We are leaving Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, heading over to Orlando. It's gonna be a quick little stream tonight. Got some fun, important news. Future of my channel. Once we get above 10,000, we'll start chatting about it. And we got Speed All-Star. Flight directors as best we can. Oh. Let's take it up to flight level 190. We'll go open climb, thrust climb, open climb. Sometime today. There it goes. I love the name of these waypoints on this SID. YOLO. That's pretty good. The first two points, I believe, are elbow and room, which is for a bar that's on, elbow room, which is a bar on Lauderdale Beach. Don't really know why they chose that bar to name after, because it's not the nicest of places, but coming up on some clouds. Our SAT is below 10. I'm going to turn on some engine anti-ice. 10,000. Alright guys, so now that we're above 10,000 and we're out of sterile cockpit, we can chit chat a little bit about something that doesn't pertain to this flight. If you're watching, in the chat, sound off if you are excited about the PMDG 737. So I, for one, am quite excited. And the news that I have pertains to that, as well as just my channel in general. We just broke out of the clouds. See some stars now. We're also going to be over the glades. Should be over it right now, so there won't be any lights on the ground. Yeah, so we just broke over the glades. It's pretty pitch black out here. Should make it hard to tell if you're out of the clouds or not. But we can see some roads up there, so I'm assuming that we are. We'll kill any ice. So, Jim, sounds like Jim is excited for the PMDG. I am very excited for the PMDG 737. I think most people are probably pretty excited to finally have what's supposed to be, as long as we're not let down, I'm sure we won't, what's supposed to be a much more realistic airliner. So, in preparation for that, I've made a few purchases, and these will, I think, increase the realism of the channel when I start flying more yoke style airplanes compared to the wonderful side stick of the Airbus. Let's go on up to our final cruise, and we're getting ready to transition through, or go through transition altitude. We got 24 blue. The FATC was online, but they were giving us altitudes. Once the pilot flying puts the altitude into the FCU, you would call out 24 blue, and then the pilot monitoring will do the same. Standard and standard. Alright, so yeah, so the purchases that I made will be to increase the realism of when I'm flying yoke styled airplanes, and then on top of that, I'm planning to make a special camera view. Actually, now that we're talking about camera views, how about actually turn my camera on? That would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to make a camera, hopefully try to be able to position it in a way that y'all can see everything that my hands are doing, that my feet are doing, just to try to bring in a little bit more of that realism. The stuff that I bought aren't necessarily anything brand new that y'all haven't seen on YouTube before, if y'all follow any of the big boy streamers, Captain Canada, or Blue Games, XP, any of those guys. But nonetheless, for a little peon like me, I'm pretty excited about what I got. Trying to get this stupid Elgato Stream Deck app to work. There it goes. So, I have some pictures that I took, kind of an early concept of how I'm going to set my desk up for the stream, and we'll show those off now. I remember where. Alright guys, so this is what we're looking at. When the PMDG comes out, this will somewhat be the setup. I did order some Some custom Boeing levers for this. little knobs or whatever you want to call it on the levers are super tiny. They feel really small in your hands and it doesn't feel great. So I did have some ordered that are made to true to scale and should hopefully feel better in my hands. Those will come in, I think, in early February. But we got the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing yoke, which did not get as a standalone. I do have the throttle that comes with it. Probably gonna be selling it on Etsy or eBay or something because it's useless compared to the versatility of the honeycomb. So we got the Boeing yoke, we got the Thrustmaster pedals, which I'm still kind of dialing those in. They're quite sensitive, but feel way better than the CH product yoke or CH product pedals that I have. They were great pedals and they lasted me a long time, and honestly they could keep on lasting me, but you know I was ready for something new. So went to the top of the line and got some Thrustmaster TPR pedals. They feel amazing. If it's cold in your house and you're not wearing socks and you put your bare feet on them, the metal is quite cold. So if you ever get some, wear socks. That shit's cold. But they feel great. They're very adjustable. If you haven't seen anything like any videos about these pedals, you should go look them up. They have all kinds of customization from how much tension you want when you're pushing the pedals, to the angle in which the pedals sit. A lot of customization you can do with those. And then finally, we've got the honeycomb Bravo throttle. I do have some complaints with it, to be honest, but for the most part, pretty kick-ass throttle. With the little torsion piece here, you can tighten them up and I mean, you can make them roughly pretty hard to push. I kind of have mine set probably 3/4 as far as how tight you can get them. The issue that I have with them though is there's a portion of each axis, it's on all of the axes, that are dead. Whenever I'm using them to taxi, I have to give it quite a bit of throttle before the sim actually starts to read. I'm still troubleshooting and going to do some other things. Probably put in a ticket with honeycomb. Hell, if I have to, I'll go take it back. I went and bought all this stuff at the well, not the yoke, but the pedals and the throttle I got at Banyan Pilot Shop, at the world's biggest pilot shop, Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, and the yoke I got off Amazon. But still going to do some troubleshooting, trying to do some calibrating, but everything I've done so far, the computer does not read about 25% or so of the throttles moving. That does include below the detent, which I don't think the detent really does anything. But nonetheless, very happy with the yoke. I love, or not the yoke, but the throttle. Love the lights on it. Tomorrow I'm going to do a stream in the CRJ and show off all of this stuff. One of my favorite parts about this throttle is the autopilot functionality. Even with the CRJ, there's still some stuff that's missing, like you can't control the altitude, increasing and lowering your altitude, but your airspeed, your heading, vertical speed, a lot of stuff works, and it's really neat when you push the buttons, they light up. So it's a lot of fun to play with. That's going to be featured a lot when we're flying yoke airplanes. But the biggest piece that I love the most is the yoke. The yoke is amazing. You know, a lot of these guys, like Blue Games and XP and KMCO, they're sent a free unit, and I know they give their opinion, their honest opinion, but they can't convey enough how awesome this yoke is. This yoke, the pendular movement, is a game changer. I have the honeycomb alpha yoke, and that's a great high quality yoke, especially for its price. But a lot of times I had issues when I would be flying with my right hand and not both hands, and I'm trying to pitch the airplane. It's not the smoothest. I mean, it's way better than like the Logitech or whatever, but this thing is a damn game changer. And through some test flights today, I'm trying to get the sim to where to run mostly smooth. Was was able to get some pretty buttery landings in the CRJ. If y'all can get one of these, you need to do it. It is real nice. So just check on the flight real quick before. What the hell is that? And this is why you always not real sure what's going on with this weird curve here. So we got WAPOM. What's after that? Oh, it's really weird. We might have to put this thing in heading mode to cut that out, because it's going to try to fly all that. That's stupid. Let's shoot off for an ADIS real quick in Orlando, and we'll prep the airplane for arrival. Thank you, Jim. Really appreciate the kind words. I'm going to take some more looks at it. Those are pictures that obviously you've already seen. Jim is a good friend of mine, fellow coworker. Sent him pictures. He's also a huge flight simmer like myself. Print that out. Perfs set up. Alright, back over to this real quick. I'll just take some different angle looks. Figure out how to change the damn picture. I know why. So here's a different angle. Everything lit up, looking nice and pretty. When I talk about the pendular design of the yoke, this is what I'm talking about. Pivoting on this axis instead of just coming like a shaft coming out of the box or whatnot. Man, I'm telling you, this yoke feels really nice. And as you can see, you got my TCA sitting off in the back. Still gonna get plenty of use. And right now, I also have my TCA side stick mounted right here on a clamp. I'm gonna leave this here for use as a tiller when using any yoke airplanes. So here's the same thing. This little stand right here to be able to put your like little tablet or whatnot. I have the Galaxy Fold 3. It's perfect for that. I can control stream. I can use it for my charts. It's phenomenal. When I get bored, I can just turn on YouTube, which you can also do the same on the computer. There's just another little side angle with the lights on. And left this picture in here, even though my desk was a little messy, to show how I have my Airbus set up. So as we sit right now, obviously these are a little bit closer in, they're not as wide, but I have my TCA Airbus throttle and TCA side stick mounted on clamps, so I can adjust them and have them where I want them. The next thing is going to be a Elgato capture card, which I'm going to go get tomorrow, put into the computer. That way I can reduce the load on the graphics card, let it handle the stream, and the graphics card handle the sim. And then probably going to be a computer chair, because this is a hand-me-down, and this thing has seen a lot better days. I need a chair that has armrests that swing up and down. So whenever I'm flying with the yoke, my elbow hits the armrest. So I need a chair that brings the armrest up, so when I'm flying the yoke, the armrests aren't in my way, and when I'm flying an Airbus, I can rest my arm for the side stick. Alright, so let's get this prepped up. Special, wind 050 at 4, 10 statute miles, light rain, scattered 32, broken 6,000, overcast 8,000, temperatures 11, 2.10, 3004 on the altimeter, ILS 17 left, which is what we're planning on, 7 and 18 right. No auto land. because the 5G extra aircraft would be exempt from that. So 050 at 4, temperature is 11, altimeter is 3004, and decision height is 200 feet. ILS, low, ILS, blah blah blah. I'm not real sure what to do about. It's missing a whole bunch of points. That's because I deleted the WAPOM fix. See if we can't get that back in there. Travel 17 left. Rides 1. Pinky. Insert. And still didn't fix nothing. Piece of shit. Hell no, we're not gonna fly all this. Cool, so we'll just go into heading mode. We'll do it that way. It's pretty ghetto, but apparently I guess that's going to be an issue for any any routes that y'all may fly. If you have the same transition fix as what's coming off of your SID onto your star, it's going to cause dual fixes. It's going to put 2 of them when it should only be 1, and it might lead to issues like this. Let's go proc page. If I can find it. My eyes ain't finding nothing tonight. And let's do 17 left. Actually, KMCO 17 left. That would make a lot more sense. And that'll tell us how far we are. So we are currently 36 miles from the threshold, but we do have to fly past the airport. We're going to go north, land south. So let's go ahead and start our way down. Let's just come on down to, I think 4,000 is the 5,000. And we'll just do it in vertical speed mode. And it'll bring us a little bit closer in. Looking at about 20 miles of lateral difference, but from our current heading to basically the course that we're going to need to turn on. So let's see. Oh, why is it doing that? Alright, so let's go ahead and do an approach brief. Actually, we'll do that when we're crossing the transition altitude. Keep things realistic. Flaps 121, which is my buddy Rio, says, "Yo, father duty. I can't fully watch the stream. I will watch the replay, boss. Great stuff. Have much fun." All right, Rio, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Father duties always come first, or do they? If I had a kid, it'd be hard to choose my kid over a sim. Just kidding. Or am I? Yeah, guys, I'm really excited to, I mean, I think any simmer would be excited for a bunch of new hardware, but I do think it's going to give a little bit more realism and something fun to watch outside of just my face in the sim. You know, putting a camera on a side stick or on Airbus throttles is like putting a camera on somebody painting a wall. They paint it, walk away, and then you're stuck sitting there watching it dry. That's pretty much what I think watching, putting a camera on flight controls or on stick and throttle of an Airbus would be like. So with the yoke, I mean, y'all seen a pilot flying a yoke compared to a side stick, right? Like, we're doing all this, and then Airbus is like, so get some good camera angles and something else to watch, and try to further the channel and maybe get some more subscribers and more viewers. Phil, what about some VR? I think VR would be tough, not so much to stream, but tough for people to watch. Dogs are going nuts. Because it's impossible for, you know, it not to constantly be shaking and be looking around, and I would have to crank the settings of the sim way down. I have everything on high right now. It would have to go to like super low to do VR. At least the times I've tried VR with the sim, I've had to put everything low and look like shit. But who knows? Maybe we'll keep that in our back pocket. Maybe that's something to do. I do have VR. It's a lot of fun. More fun in DCS than in here. All right, so there's transition altitude. Ozard, hello, how's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you coming to hang out with us tonight. There's transition altitude, so we are going to. Hang on. How long have I been out of standard? Why didn't anybody tell me that I was not in standard anymore? I was in standard, so I put it in the standby. Man. Y'all captains, y'all are letting me down the FO. You know, y'all got to keep me in line. Alright, so 30.04 is the altimeter for Orlando. And we're going to increase our descent rate. We'll throw out the spoilers if we need to. Alright, approach checklist. Briefing is complete. Approach stable by 1,000 feet AGL. EChem status has been checked. Seatbelt sign is not on. This is why you do checklists. Minimums 200 set, and altimeters 30.04 set. Approach checklist is complete. Could use a wingman in DCS. Oh, you're gonna have to teach me some shit then, cause like I can start and fly a lot of the aircraft, but sophisticated weapon systems, I don't know shit. If I need to launch some unguided rockets at a target, or put some bullets on target, I'm your man. But anything more than that, you're gonna have to teach me. But I am down. If you guys are watching, a like would be very much appreciated to help out with the algorithm. It does seem like the channel is finally starting to catch a little traction, starting to see the views go up a little bit. So I could definitely use y'all's help with a like. And if I have earned your subscription, I would hope that you subscribe. I am the most proficient in an Airbus. Really good with the checklist and the flows and that kind of stuff. This is my airplane that I know the most, but obviously I don't constrict the channel to just Airbus. We'll do some other airplanes. But if I have earned your subscription, hope that you subscribe. Please like. I'm trying to really get the wheels rolling on this thing. Phil was hoping you could teach me. It takes time. Yeah, it does. That's probably why I know a lot more about this airplane than any of those airplanes, because I've committed a lot more time to it and a lot more YouTube how-to videos. Because we all know we'll be watching them, bro. That when the Apache comes out, hopefully that's an aircraft that two people, like two live people, can fly. One's the gunner, one's the pilot. That would be sick. I'm pretty good at flying helicopters. Alright, gonna throw the spoilers on. Just kind of vectoring myself to the approach. Got 10,000 feet coming up. I'm gonna push the level, bleed off some speed. And we'll tell the flight attendants to get their ass ready. Side note for you guys. Damn. telling you, that ranch water drink, shit burns. In a good way, but it burns. Alright, there's 250. We'll keep the descent coming. That's what she said. Hey Philip, by the way, did you see the new Apache video that they published today? It's on fselite.net. I think it's .net. If you haven't seen it yet, you should check it out. Yeah, fselite.net, and it's a few articles down. You can't miss it. If you click on the Apache article, there's a new video on the. It's about a 5-minute video on the Apache, and it's moist sexy. Yeah, the AH-64 will be co-op, 2 people. I'm interested in that. Been holding off on committing to DCS until I get VR or something. What the hell did I do with my other VR? I have 2 VR headsets. The Oculus Rift and icing conditions. Alright, let's go direct Katie or whatever is. Just do that. Insert. Sweet. Nav. I have 2 headsets, or at least I did. I don't know what I did with the first Oculus Rift, but I've got the second one. It's pretty nice. From the first to the second, the resolution is definitely drastically increased. You can read the instruments a lot better and all that good stuff. I want to shallow off our descent. We are currently 26 miles from the threshold of the runway. And we're just working our way down and vectoring ourselves over to final. My girlfriend's gonna be mad. She's like, "You gonna be in bed by 10?" I said, "Yeah." It's 5 after. It'll be okay. Hit the like button so she won't mind. If y'all have these at your local grocery store, the Florida Man IPA, double IPA actually, it's really good, but the most important thing is it's 8.5%. Oh my god, come on airplane. I hate it when it does this. It wants to go all the way back to the line that it drew when we told it to go direct. I don't want to do all that shit. Alright, we're going to cross. We'll set ourselves up 4,000 Hervey. And now it's not even going to the damn fix. It's a piece of shit, man. Oh, now it acts like it's going to. Yo, when is the Phoenix coming? Because I'm sick of this shit. If y'all watched my channel enough, y'all have probably seen the same scenario happen where it won't nav to a fix. I gotta learn how to make myself a moderator or whatever the hell this shit's called, so you can get rid of all this spam chat. Alright, there's 4,000. 20-mile final. Just lower down to 230. Some weather radar would be really nice to have too. I'm sure we all feel that way. It says icing not detected. Well, still 10 degrees Celsius. Visible moisture. It's technically icing conditions. We'll kill the anti-ice just because it says so. Alright, we're going to arm the approach. 17-mile final. Oliver, how's it going? Thank you for coming by, coming to hang out. Came just in time to catch the landing. It was good to see your name. My glide slope is alive. Let's pull it down to 210. Use the last little bit of this level flight to bleed off that airspeed. So Oliver, in case you're just joining us, shit, I guess my little announcement was that I have purchased this stuff: the TCA Boeing yoke, the Thrustmaster rudder pedals, and the honeycomb throttle for when the PMDG comes out, and to also bring some more realism to the stream and give y'all something else to watch. We'll make a camera where y'all can see me working the controls. Also good for the CRJ, that kind of stuff. So we're going to do a CRJ stream tomorrow with all of that set up, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so there's 210 on the speed. We'll go flaps 1. Glide slope localizer. Cat 3, dual autopilot 1 and 2. Let's arm the approach. That's already armed. On 11-mile final, we're just going to go ahead and drop the speed. It looks like we're relatively high. And let's go gear down to help slow us down. Arm the spoilers. We've been cleared to land. And we'll kill the dome light.
$2,500.
No, I don't know. Honestly, haven't gotten that far. I'm glad you asked. I have a maintenance man coming over to my rent house tomorrow to fix my garage door. That's between 8 and noon. I don't know. You tell me. What time sounds like a good time to y'all? From like 8 until 7 p.m. I don't really have anything going on. I am gonna go get a capture card tomorrow from Best Buy. So they don't open until like 9 or 10. So what time, like 12 or later, sounds good to you? We'll go flaps full. Holler at the flight attendants. Landing checklist. Cabin crews advised. Auto thrust speed. Auto brakes low. KMCO landing all green. Well, it's supposed to be.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Cool. Landing checklist complete. My airplane. Now, let's do something challenging. We've seen a million approaches like this. Let's hand fly the airplane, base off the flight directors until minimums. And if I suck and I miss it, then we'll go around.
$1,000.
1,000 feet and stable.
1,000.
As far as I know, pilots can do this all the way down to Cat 2 minimums. Anything lower than a Cat 2 will have to be, the approach has to be terminated in an auto land. Little high, just a tad.
500. 500.
Glass slip's trying to run away. Come on. It gets harder to fly the closer you get. A little left, a little high.
100 above. Minimum.
There it is. Not
Minimum.
bad. Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20,
Clear.
10,
5.
5.
So, y'all see that? That's a real sexy landing ray. Holding the nose up. Manual braking. 60 knots. We're gonna stow them and try to make it in time for the high speed. Sweet. So, for those of y'all who don't know, the flight or the Airbus actually has what's called flare mode, and when the airplane goes into flare mode, it starts to pitch down to counteract the pilot's natural instinct to pull them back on the stick, to fight basically pull them back on the stick too much. I guess at 80 knots it exits that flare mode, therefore I still had the nose pulled up and it let the nose come up even more. Actually learned that from a pilot buddy of mine last week. So let's clean her up. That APU up, we'll taxi in on one engine. Probably won't be here tomorrow for a while because I'm in process of starting flight simulators. Elaborate on that. What do you mean by starting flight simulators? Like real flight simulator, right? Like at a university type shit. And nice landing, good job. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been doing this since 2009. I should be relatively okay at it by now. Alright, so here comes runway. And then after we cross, we'll do, I need to pull up my charts, so I'm gonna get, no, good. I was gonna go to Airside 3, where's Spirit Park, since we are Spirit tonight. Still a little bit choppy. I sat on the phone with Tony over at Jetline Systems and built my computer for about 2 hours a day troubleshooting why I was getting such choppy streams, choppy sim performance, and we got it mostly worked out. I think really the chop that we're seeing in the stream is just because we're streaming and not. If I wasn't streaming, wouldn't be seeing stutteriness, but hopefully trying to fix that tomorrow by getting a capture card. Let's see, after landing checklist, exterior lights are set, flaps are retracted, TCAS to standby, engine mode selectors normal, ground spoilers disarmed, radar and predicted wind shear are off. After landing checklist is complete, APU's on, yellow electrical is on, and we'll kill number 2. Found a desktop and monitor. I am finally going to start playing flight simulators for the first time. I just need to convince my parents. What would your parents not like you being on a flight simulator, or what? Don't tell them that it costs a lot of money. If you really want to get deep into this, don't tell them it can cost a lot of money. Asymmetrical thrust is kind of hard to fight a little bit sometimes. only 1,100 bucks. Yeah, that's not much. Especially in today's inflation. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. I started on a very, very simple laptop with the FSX, and let's see, get all this stuff squared away real quick. Yeah, I started on a laptop with FSX and then went to a desktop with FSX. Then I finally built my first computer about 5-6 years ago, and then got the one I have now built. The computer itself was $4,500, so it does get expensive the more serious you get into it. And again, shout out to Tony at Jetline Systems, guy who built my computer for me specific to flight sim. Sat on the phone with me today for about 2 hours trying to help me figure out the issues I was having. That'll work. Alright, parking brake is set. And it's not the view I want. Cool. Alright, we'll turn the dome light on so y'all can see what I'm doing. Yellow pump comes off first. Then we'll kill engine 1. Standby to off. Then beacon, seatbelt sign, pumps. This guy's not want to do their job. Let's see. Can help a buddy of mine. His name is Martin Wenzel, and he streams. He has been getting audio issues and nothing works. You can check out his most recent stream. All right, we'll tell you what. If you want, go to the description below. My Discord channel is in there, and we can chat there. You can send me his YouTube address or URL or however you want to do it. And also, if you get him to contact me there too, I can try and help out as best I can. A lot of it depends on the streaming software that you use on your computer and a bunch of stuff like that. But I absolutely have no problem. This dude's driving through the engine. Would love to help out. Absolutely. Jim, nice stream. I will check in tomorrow. Have a good night. Jim, sleep good. We'll see you at work, not tomorrow, but the next day if you are at work. But anyways, guys, as always, leave a like, subscribe if you feel like I've earned it, and my Discord channel is in the description below. This person just can't figure it out, can they? If you want to hit me up in the Discord, hit me up. I'm a Wrong Side Simulations channel, and we can chat there. And I appreciate everybody who stopped by. I'm really looking forward to this next chapter with my channel, getting some good yoke action going. And until the next one, guys, I appreciate y'all, and catch you tomorrow. Be looking out for the live stream. I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow on the CRJ with all the new yoke, or the new yoke and throttle and pedals and all that good stuff. So until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Now where's the outro button? There it is.